Hello guys, and welcome back to another Cavcast! Today we are back here in the wonderful world of TerraTech, and that's right guys, we are playing the Wing It Challenge because it's time to learn how to make a VTOL in TerraTech. Now, it's been a while since we've played this, and there are plenty of new objects for us to play with, and a few old familiar ones as well. There is a how to fly in TerraTech tutorial on my channel. If you haven't already seen that, I suggest checking out those basics before you check this video out, because hopefully it will explain to you a few of the concepts that we're doing here today. But if you think that that video is a little bit outdated now and you would like a brand new one explaining all the new bits and pieces that we've got here and how they affect vehicles and more especially planes, then I am interested, if you guys are interested, in me doing a new series where we do just sort of like 2 or 3 episodes of flight school, essentially, like a TerraTech flight school. If that sounds like something that you would like to see, then please do make sure that you like this video and leave a comment down below letting me know that that's something that you want to see. But for now, we're going to carry on with what we're doing. I'm just going to be building this vehicle here, VTOL. For those who are unaware, stands for vertical takeoff and landing, and it is essentially what we're trying to build here, because there is good things and bad things about some of the more basic vehicles that you can build in TerraTech. This is essentially the most basic VTOL in the world, but if I take off these engines here and did something along the lines of this, with let's take this off and put this on here instead, and then put this on the back like this. This is what is affectionately known as the most basic thing that you can fly in the world of TerraTech, and trust me, you can fly. I'm gonna prove it to you. Actually, I might have the wings in just ever so slightly the wrong place here. I think they need to be here instead. I'm pretty confident. If we move that across just ever so slightly, then what will happen is all of a sudden, now this will fly until the end of time, pretty much. It is really very, very basic in terms of how much up and down maneuverability you have, though. I mean, if you want to do barrel rolls till the cows come home, then fantastic. But if I want to pull up, I have no control really, like at all, and the reason for that is a couple of things. Firstly, that we don't have much in the way of control of the kind of down and up in terms of our velocity moving up and down. But secondly, you can see that the actual rudder on the front of the plane here kind of just bounces around as you sort of take off. It does eventually kind of get off the ground and you can carry on moving, but it's not ideal. So when I originally thought up this concept, I thought it would be a good idea to make something that's not only symmetrical, which is why we have this single block going in the back there as well, but also had twin plane airplane things. What do you call them? Magic things. Wings. Yeah, they're essentially wings, aren't they? Wings that have the ability to rudder. As you can see, they all have these controls on them, so when I get into the sky, this pitch can go up and down, and that makes it much easier to control in the air. 2 is better than 1, is what they always say. Now, the reason that we have the VTOL instead is because we have control on W and S when we first start taking off. So not only do we have control of the rudder by holding down W, but we also have control of these turbines here by holding down shift. So essentially, if we want to take off, all we do is we hold down shift, we hold down forward after a little while, and then we can just press back and away we go. It's a really good way of taking off just ever so slightly vertically first. And the good thing is that because we have these wings on the front and backs of the vehicle, it actually is really very maneuverable, and you can do pretty much whatever you want to it. Apart from that, apparently, it's like the only thing you can't do to control it. But the great thing is, even though we're on a downhill slope here, we can just hold down shift, just starts taking off ever so slightly, hold down back, and up we go, and then we're off. And then we can just sort of spin it round like this, we have the ability to do pretty much as much barrel roll as we could possibly want. If I just sort of swing into it a little bit here, you can see that we can just keep on doing those, and we can easily bring ourselves back up again. And if we want to land again, we can pretty much do it anywhere, and we'll be able to take off almost immediately. You can see that the weight of the vehicle is ever so slightly in the favour of the front, but that means that as we just touch down nice and gently, it's really, really straightforward. We can use the rudder to prop ourselves up so that we're not facing too far forward. If we just hold down shift, as you'll see, the actual rudder on front of the plane just starts up automatically, and then we don't even have to hold W or S, which is really, really useful, and it makes it very, very straightforward to use. So VTOL is actually a really good way of flying. You have sadly not got the ability to manipulate these turbines independently, or kind of like back to forward, back to front, which means that essentially you can't just go straight up in the air. If I did take off this rudder here and hang on to it and just hold down shift, all that's going to happen is we're going to go essentially wherever we want, which is not the most ideal situation in the world. So we're going to hold down shift. As soon as that rudder comes off of the ground, it starts working, and then we just use W and S to manipulate ourselves and move around. So it's really, really straightforward. So that's how you make the quite possibly the most simple VTOL that you can in the wonderful world of TerraTech. It's very, very straightforward. You can get some decent speed on it as well. It can go nice and high. You can barrel roll back around again and to make it nice and easy to recover. And also you can let go of the engines completely, and it will just very gently glide down into a nice relaxing stop. And also not forgetting the fact that it is incredibly easy to take off in tight spots. Just hold down your shift, it'll VTOL ever so slightly, and then you'll crash into a tree and never be able to get out again. No, I'm just joking. Look, we can take this out. If we just move back up again slightly, ever so slightly, all that's going to happen is we're going to push into this tray here. Oh dear, oh dear. It's always the way, isn't it? When you're trying to demonstrate something to people, it just doesn't quite work out. But we can just, the cool thing about the VTOL system is if the rudder doesn't come off the ground, we can literally just sort of hop and bounce ourselves into a position where we feel like we're more likely to be able to take off, and then we can just turn, and away we go. So now that we're clear of those trees, we can just be like, right, okay, I feel like this is good. Hold down shift, wait for the rudder to come up, and then move in, and away we go. Almost away we go. Oh dear, oh dear. This worked fine in the testing, I tell you. Oh dear. So there we go, and now we can just move up and away we go. Fantastic, nice and simple. It's honestly, it's very, very straightforward to fly. Go and make it yourself. I'm sure you'll be pleasantly surprised. I'm going to tweet the vehicle out as well so people find it easier to get it. I'll call it the CAFcast VTOL, and then you can go and check that out for yourself. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you have learnt something new. If you would like to see the CAFcast TerraTech Flight School, then that's something that we can do very, very soon. And if you want to see that, give this video a like. We'll set a target of 200 likes on the video that you're watching right now, and we will do a brand new TerraTech Flight School with multiple episodes teaching you how to use rudders, propellers, and turbines, and how to do a million barrel rolls and all that fantastic stuff. Look at this. It's so maneuverable, and you can get really low to the ground as well. Look, I'll show you, because it becomes really easy to control once you stop being crazy. You can just sort of like smooth and swoosh in and sort of nip up as well if you need to. Oh man. So yeah, flight school, guys, it can happen. 200 likes and it happens. So thanks for watching again, guys. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye bye. You've been watching the CAFcast. We hope you have enjoyed the show. Don't forget to check out all of our other videos. Oh, and be sure to subscribe to us if you like what you see. That way I'll know to make more, and that you really like me. So, you've been watching the CAFcast. We hope you have enjoyed the show. Don't forget to check out all of our other videos.